Hey everybody, welcome back. It's day 11 on 31 days to prevent breast cancer. More importantly, choose joy. And I'm Gina Ruby, and I am super excited to talk about today's holistic modality. It's one of my favorites. Okay, they're all my favorite for sure, but this one is one of my favorites. And for those of you who know me, it's dance. And so before I talk about how important and how critical that was in my cancer journey last year, I do want to address a little bit of an elephant that can be in the room when it comes to going through really dark days and then, people allowing themselves to have fun or to laugh. Sometimes there's some guilt there, whether it's their own journey and, people expect them to be like, oh gosh, I can't believe this, and like be all like heavy and dark about it. Or if it's not necessarily their dark journey, but it's somebody they love and that person's going through tough times. And I've been there, done that on both. I went through some of my toughest days last year of my life with my cancer. And then fast forward to this year, thinking it was going to be a smoother year. And then my brother got diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma in February. So just like, 8 months ago or so. He had surgery, the PET scan was clean. Yay, we're going to get healed. And then 2 months later in April 13th, he had severe pain, went to the hospital. They eventually did a PET scan and his body was littered with cancer. So it went from a clear PET scan to just a blizzard in his lungs and liver and spleen and bones. He was in horrible, horrible pain. Even then, we prayed for a miracle. But unfortunately, I've said in earlier videos, God wanted him home. We miss him every single day. And with that, I had to reconcile inside myself, like, how can I be literally watching my brother die every day? And I'm going to go take a dance lesson and I'm going to go compete. It didn't, I felt guilty. And then I had to kind of have this conversation with myself and with God and even with my brother. He wants me to live my life normal. He didn't want people stopping what they were doing just to put pity on him. And so I realized, sometimes we have to put those emotions of sadness and grief on a shelf and go do something that's healthy for ourselves, because unhealthy people can't help unhealthy people emotionally, mentally, physically, or whatever. And so I learned how to have some of the saddest days of my life this year. I miss my brother every day. But have that sad grief life coexist with joy. And that's what this whole thing is about. Choosing joy is when it doesn't make sense. But we need to do it, otherwise we will just spiral down farther and farther and farther, and that doesn't help ourselves and it doesn't help other people. So I'm not telling people, don't feel guilty about having fun when you're sad or when you're helping someone through their saddest days. That's totally up to you. I'm just sharing with you because I've lived it. The two can coexist. And it's weird. I don't wish this on anybody, but when that happens, kind of work through it and reconcile with yourself. So with that said, and I think I mentioned my brother did pass May 31st. So now I dance for him. I know he's totally up there, chatting it up with Jesus. And when I dance, I know he can see me. And so it's, I still have his audience. I just can't see him with my eyeballs. But I want to share the benefits of dance. I did dance through my cancer last year. I ballroom danced. I do Latin. I'd have chemo on a Friday and dance on a Sunday. And I don't apologize for that. Some people are like, well, you shouldn't say that, Gina, because other people don't have that similar journey. I'm just sharing my journey, and you guys can pick and choose the things you want to do to help you get through your journey. Because I was doing all these other modalities that I've talked about. So the importance of dance, and you don't have to do ballroom. Maybe you like country dancing, maybe you like square dancing, or hip hop or jazz or ballet, something where the body is moving, because dance is really the language of the heart and the soul and the spirit and your mind, and it's so good for the body. And here's a couple. I love that the benefits that it gives us are cancer fighting, because all the benefits I'm going to share with you, the opposite is what cancer loves. So dance helps improve vitality. When you go through cancer, and whether it's chemo or radiation or other kinds of even holistic stuff, sometimes you don't have your vitality, and dance helps boost that. It definitely gives you a boost of endorphins, and endorphins boost the immune system. Hello, that's what we've been talking about all week, is boosting that immune system as robust as it can be when there's a pathogen and things that want to destroy it. And with that, it helps give you greater self-esteem. When you're dancing and you're having fun and you're just like, I don't care what people think, because I really don't. I'm there to have fun and do my best, and it boosts my esteem, my self-esteem. It creates less depression, because again, whether it's physical illness or mental illness, depression is a an anchor that wants to pull you down. So it decreases depression. It helps reduce the levels of stress hormones like cortisol, and cortisol is a fat collector. So if people are stressed out, they create more cortisol. That cortisol wants to hang on to fat, and they're like, why am I gaining weight? I'm not really eating differently, but that cortisol is just there holding on to fat. You dance, it releases that cortisol hormone, and helps actually because of the physical activity too, sometimes helps people release excess fat. And that's a side benefit. And then the doozy is dance helps reduce inflammation. And I just talked about a day or two ago that cancer loves a body that's in an inflammatory state. So let's reduce the inflammation as best we can, so that doggone cancer can't keep thriving. So those are the benefits, and there's lots and lots of ways that you can find places to go dance. You can hire an instructor. You can go to one of those like Arthur Murray or Fred Astaire, but it's super fun in this party environment, and the social community of that is also very thriving and very nurturing to the soul. So, or dance in your house. Just put on, music and start dancing. You don't have to leave anywhere. I promise you, you start doing that, you're just moving your body, you're getting those endorphins going. It's good for the brain. It has a whole other plethora of benefits, of studies that show it can decrease the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. But just get out there and dance, and you can't help but smile. Whether you look great, amazing, or you look like a goofball, it just doesn't matter. Just dance. Alrighty? So I will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, my challenge to you is to put on music for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, and dance. Alrighty? Thank you so much for your very, very kind and generous and positive compliments. They mean the world to me, because I just want to help people. All right. #ChooseJoy, and God bless.